This is not a video I expected to make, but since it's all kind of going out in the open, I figured I might as well make a video about it. For quite some time, we've had an exploit on Counter-Strike. A couple of them are related. They're all related to the same thing, except for one of these. A lot of people have asked about what the secret button is, and actually it's a drop-down to a bunch of other exploits here. Now, if you see, we have Force Ping, Ping Exploit, and Server Freezer. These are all related to each other, so once this is public, it'll be fixed quite quickly. But for now, I wanted to talk about what exactly they did. Now, Force Ping literally just increases the ping for everybody in a server. Now, you can make it all the way from nothing all the way up to 1500. And Server Freezer, pretty much the same exact thing as the ping exploit, but it's on a very low value so that we're still able to hear voice communications and whatnot. I'll go into exactly what it is. I'll show everybody, but I want to talk about where it came from. Now, Advanced Aim had a developer named Flaw. Flaw no longer is with our team. He quit with Counter-Strike entirely. I've talked a little bit about how he was very good with finding exploits in the game, and I'm not talking about small things like game-breaking things, server crashes and whatnot. That was his expertise, if you will. A couple years ago, he traded with a guy named SharkLaser. He traded the exploit in exchange for a couple different ones. One was a server crasher that ended up getting fixed pretty quickly. Another one being double tap before it was public, and I can't quite remember the third one. That's not really important, but what is important is that SharkLaser ended up dropping his mutiny source on Unknown Cheats, and he had gutted the functionality to the exploit that I'm about to be showing you. Now, essentially, he gutted it, but he left the functions in there. Now, what that means is it's sort of like doing a jigsaw puzzle for somebody, but only doing the border. You have a good idea, but you don't exactly know what. Eventually, people have figured out how it works, and I wanted to save this for the launch because I figured it was something that we could thank customers with for supporting us, and it's part of the reason why I kept saying over and over again that I truly believed we had things to offer that other cheats didn't, because the developer Flaw had some amazing capabilities of finding these things and innovating on already existing features. But since it's already out in the public, I don't really see a point in keeping it private. The breaking point was people using it to stream snipe me on my first stream back that I've done in a while, and I just said, you know what, I am not about to have this being an issue for me. If you watch my live streams, you might notice I say that I'm playing Tetris often. I wasn't actually playing Tetris. It's mainly that I had a stream sniper in my game, and I was freezing the server to give them a cooldown to make sure that they wouldn't be in my games after, so that I could continue to have a solid stream where I wasn't having to deal with the same people over and over with. But now that that's fixed, or going to be fixed, it's not really an issue. I've been doing a lot of different stuff other than Counter-Strike as well, so it's become a bit of a... It's become a small thing for me. I'm not really concerned about it, and I figured everyone can have their fun with it before it's fixed, and hopefully this will be gone for good, and I can stop having to worry about it, because for a long time, people would ask me, like, hey, this guy was freezing my server, and I would often tell them, no, that doesn't make any sense, because I didn't want it to be a widely known thing, because once you have a lot of eyes on something, people start to then try and figure out how exactly it works, and then they drop it public and take credit for it, and then it's gone. But now that somebody else has already put it in a cheat and given it to their friends, and they chose to stream snipe me, I figured let's just get it fixed. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Now to start, I'm going to go into casual, and I'm going to go ahead and show you it here because you'll be able to hear more people talking rather than if I went to a competitive game, but I'll get in that as well. I'm just going to start by raising everybody's ping and show you exactly how these features work and what they do. So let's go ahead and raise everybody's ping.
AK. I don't know why, but people enjoy the name of Smurf Seaman.
It's probably around 1,000 ping, see what they say. So if you take a look at the scoreboard, you'll see everybody's ping is going to start rising heavily. And it'll keep going up until it reaches 1,000, or at least 1,000 above what it was on. And everything is actually delayed by a second. See how everybody's shooting at where people were?
Hello guys, I'm back. How are you guys?
Why is all of our ping at 900? Why is all of our ping
I'm
at
like
900?
freaking the fuck out. Holy shit.
Why is all of our ping at 900?
Because-
I literally can't even
Because I
leave.
am the host. Because I am the
Oh,
host.
Jesus.
Oh my god. The fuck is this game anymore?
Hello
I
guys, how are
typed
you?
something 10 years ago and it just now went in chat.
This
At
is
least,
so
at
fucky.
least-
Oh my god.
At least it will have like a 10-minute delay. That's pretty cool.
I literally can't leave.
Yeah, that's so
Oh my
fucked.
god.
I actually kind of like this.
And with one click of a button, you can turn it right off. Now everything's back to normal.
Nah.
I actually
Guys,
kind of
we-
like that. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, why the
like
fuck
it.
was I lagging so much?
Hey guys.
996.
Bro, why are you guys lagging? I'm not even lagging.
Hello everybody.
You
we
guys
have
are
a
lagging.
technical
That was-
difficulty.
that's-
Menu says it's his server.
So that was me using it very, very calmly, but it is possible to be quite malicious with it. And I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about with that. Now, the main way I was using the exploit, like I was talking about earlier, was when I was streaming and people would stream snipe me. I would put on a pause screen and I would freeze the server, and it would cause the person to get kicked out eventually, and then they would get a cooldown for it. So with one press of a button, you can entirely cripple a game. The game is essentially, it's still live and running, the time is still counting down, everything still counts, but on everybody's screen they are frozen. It is just dead. Now when I first got this exploit, when I was first given access to it, I saw that the strength goes all the way up to 1,000. So I thought it'd be modest to put it on something low like 300, and I pressed it, and the same result. It immediately shuts down, and it takes a long time for it to recover. I press it every once in a while, and it'll keep it dead, or I could just leave it to on. But if you leave it on, eventually the server will crash. However, I don't think it's an actual server crash, because if there was an actual server crash occurring, then I believe Valve would have fixed this a while ago, as they'd be getting crash dumps. What I think it is that there's a watchdog on the server, and when it's not getting a response quick enough or at all, it just restarts the server, which is why the server would shut off to begin with. That's what I think was occurring, but I have no idea. Only Valve would know that, or be able to figure that out after, you know, figuring out about this exploit or fixing it. But I'm pretty sure that's what was going on. So a lot of people, what they'll end up doing is they'll either disconnect or they'll try to reconnect, and they won't be able to get back in. And if they stop moving, they'll be kicked for being idle too much. And eventually, they just get a cooldown. There's nothing they can do about it. So right now, the only people that are still in the server is Ricky and Randy. And the only way I know this is opening my Steam overlay and hitting view players, and it shows you who's in your current game. And right now it's only showing Ricky and Randy, which means everybody else is currently at the main menu, but you can't see that because the server's not responding yet. So as you can see, cooldowns are coming, but the game is still frozen. I don't know why cooldown messages still come, because if I type anything in the chat, it's not going to send. That's beyond me, but whatever. And they're just going to keep rolling in until everybody's gotten a cooldown. Now, I've connected in after kicking everybody, and I'm leaving it on the value of 1,000. I'm not going to be in the game, so you're just going to have to see me with the fly cam. But even Ricky, who just joined, I'm pretty sure he'd still get a cooldown, but I'm not gonna get him a cooldown. I'm trying to I have it on the maximum strength set to always on, which eventually within about a minute or two should crash the server and the game will be canceled. And there it goes. The server is now gone. Now, the last one I'm going to show is the regular server freezer. Again, it's the same as the ping exploit, but just on an extremely low value, so that voice chat still works, and the game acts a little bit wonky when it's going on. Yeah, my man. I appreciate this guy. Let's turn it up to 1,000 ping so we can get to the site safely. He's gonna miss his shot. And then you just do one of these. Now the server is frozen, but people can still talk. The bomb's still actually being planted. And now you're gonna see some wonky movements going on. You can still see people are leaving the server right now. And you can see I'm actually shooting. You just can't see it. Now I'm going to let go of it. Now, as far as usage of the exploit, I had my fun with it pretty much all of the last year and a half. There's not much new for me. I think I still have some old recordings of reactions of me using it. So, through the next couple months or month, you might see me dropping some videos where you might see some clips of it. It'll look older because, again, it's going to be, you know, quite old. But, It really just has to go at this point now that it's pretty much getting out in the open. Some people just can't keep it to themselves. So CSGO might be unplayable for the next couple days. The only thing that we're putting on Unknown Cheats is related to raising ping on servers because they don't allow things that actually mess with the server themselves, such as freezing or crashing. But they all work the exact same way. So if you put your brain to it, I'm sure you'll figure it out, but I'm hoping that this will just be fixed quick enough that it's not a problem. So for the next couple days, I'm probably not playing any Counter-Strike, and I hope that you all who watch me that don't cheat do the same, or if you do cheat, you're just very careful. Again, these don't really work on community servers. If they do, there's going to be plugins to get it fixed within a day. I wouldn't really worry about that. The only thing that I would stay away from is casual and competitive on low trust factor accounts, because typically when these exploits are released to the public, the accounts using them are non-prime accounts or accounts with extremely low trust factor. So I would just avoid it because, again, you're opening yourself up to the possibility of having a cooldown for no reason, and there's nothing you can do once you're kicked out unless they stop it.